Let's move on to another game that is just disgusting. This is like make you throw up your lunch in your mouth. Disgusting. Honest to God. Like, you're telling me the Jets and the Colts at +7, the Jets are visiting Indianapolis and Phillip Rivers. What do we do here?
So I got this line at 10.5 now with the Jets, and I don't even know how many bets I did. I did a lot with the Colts money line. I mean, it's going to definitely be in our survivor pool this week. It's a perfect week to use the Colts against the worst team in football. Normal year, not quarantine. This is a trap. This is the time where you take the Jets after they've just been dominated 2 games in a row. You're betting on them to bounce back. But the Jets right now remind me of Miami Dolphins last year, where the Dolphins, every week they're losing by like 40 points to start the year. They were just horrible until they kind of got healthy and clicked later in the season. So I'm big on fading the Jets here, but that's way too many points to back Phillip Rivers at -10.5. I'm cool with just staying away.
Yeah, I want to stay away. You're right. It's a 10.5. I looked at the opening number. So it's already moved.
Yeah.
It's already moved 3.5 points.
Yeah, the Jets are done right now.
Next game in the late game window, Panthers Chargers. Chargers are, what do we see? 6.5, maybe a touchdown. A ridiculous amount of money. 99% of the money coming in on the Panthers. Matt Mitchell, are we going to walk into the Hornets' nest on this one?
I think so.
99% of the money coming in on the Panthers right now. They are 7-point dogs playing without Christian McCaffrey on the road at Los Angeles. Tell me why in the world would money be coming in on the Panthers here, Simon Hunter?
That's shocking that higher percentage, because the public must not want to touch this game at all. So that's just pure sharp money, it sounds like to me. From their angle, I think Teddy Bridgewater at 7, that was a good number, because in no world are the Chargers blowing anyone out. They're going to be an easy backdoor team, it feels like, the whole year. We might have just saw them play the game of the year for them last week. Like, that was their Super Bowl. And you got the Panthers coming off a divisional blown-out loss. So I'm with them. I back the Panthers here with the points. I would definitely wait to see what QB is starting. I feel, honestly, better when Taylor's starting than I do Herbert. So I would wait on that number if you're going to bet it.
But you like the Panthers in that spot.
I do. I think that it's after like a game they just had where it was close and they made a couple little mistakes where it made it turn into a blowout. They should have covered that number. I think you're getting good value here on the week after the Chargers should have won against the Chiefs on this number. This number should be 3.5, 4.
Are you saying we should put this in? Is that what you're saying?
I'd put the Panthers in for now, yeah.
You would? Dude.
I would.
Oh, my God. The Hornets' nest theory has worked out. We are going in with the Panthers. Man, we are going to come out of this with a ledger that looks like Panthers, Washington football team, and Giants. And we are going to have the worst, most uncomfortable Sunday of our lives. By the way, producer Matt Mitchell, producer extraordinaire, looked up the Cardinals' odds to win the NFC West, the Super Bowl, and the NFC, and Kyler's MVP odds. Kyler is 14-1 to win the MVP right now. So
that's still great value.
Still great value. The odds to win the NFC West, they're plus, it looks like 350. They are 11-1 to win the NFC and 25-1 to win the Super Bowl. So if you like the Cards to win the NFC West, you might as well bet Kyler to win MVP, because if they win the NFC West, he will have won the MVP. And you might as well bet him, if you like him to win the NFC too, you might as well bet Kyler to win MVP, because that's what's going to have to happen in order for them to do that. 14-1. That is an interesting little
that is. And
narrative.
Another thing I like this week is if you like doing these weird bets with divisions, I really like San Fran to come in 4th. So what you could do this week is you can wait, let San Fran hopefully beat the Giants. They'll be 2-1. And then you can take them to come in 4th in the division. You'll get good value on that, because it is pretty good value right now because they're all bunched up there. But early in the year, I really thought San Fran was going to be the 4th team in that division. We talked early in the year. I liked their under for wins and everything like that. And from what I've seen from the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals, these teams are all humming. The Cardinals, if you look at their upcoming schedule, they could be 6-0 in a couple of weeks. So I think that's a good value, what you're talking about right now, taking Kyler 14-1.
14-1 at DraftKings. By far the longest odds of anywhere Matt Mitchell looked. 14-1 at DraftKings. Okay, so let's move on from the Hornets' nest. Let's go to Cowboys traveling across the country, coming off the greatest onside kick in history. They are 4.5-point dogs right now to the Seattle Seahawks. This feels like a blowout.
Yeah, if it does. It also gives me pause where the Cowboys, like they showed, they're going to keep fighting. They might be a good backdoor team. I could see the Seahawks being up 11 or 12 at the end of the game, and the Cowboys scoring with 30 seconds left to make it 5. So makes me a little nervous. I'm sure all the tickets, all the money are coming on the Seahawks as well. That's going to be a big public bet this week.
Not yet. I mean, it's early. Look, it's only Tuesday afternoon. Right now, the money's coming in on the Cowboys.
Wow.
But it's still early. It's a 4:25 game on Sunday. By Sunday at 4:25, I'm sure the money will have the tickets. I'm sorry, the tickets are coming in on Seattle. The money is coming in on the Cowboys.
There you go. Right. Yeah. So that makes more sense.
Yep. I made a mistake, Simon.
We're all human.
Nah. Apparently you are, because you went 2-3 last week.
Hey-o.
Oh, nerd that.
I think your burner account keeps coming at me on Twitter.
Is that who that is? Is that who you keep retweeting? I love how
I just anytime they come at me, I just like their stuff. It's like, fade me then. I'm so terrible, fade me. Become a millionaire, fading me if I'm so bad.
You are like looking into the maw of gambling Twitter and saying, screw you, I don't care. I've got a great life. I've already proven it. I have nothing
it's fun.
I need to show you.
No, I like when they come at me because it's just like, yeah, I'm a phony. Fade me. Go against me. Let me know how that works out for you. So that's why I love it.
I do too. I think it's great. I think it's totally great. Meanwhile, I made a mistake. We're going to move on, and we're going to say, do we like the Seahawks in this spot, or do we just want to stay away because we're worried about sort of the Cowboys' ability to backdoor this thing?
Yeah, let's stay away because I'm a little worried about the backdoor with this one.
Well, now we got our favorite team in football. The Arizona Cardinals are 5.5-point favorites at home. The numbers moved up from 3.5. Not a surprise because you got the majority of the tickets coming in on the Cardinals right now against the Detroit Lions, who are really looking like a train wreck. But there is no but. I actually don't know why we wouldn't back the Cardinals here.
Yeah, we're playing with fire if we do it again. I'm not totally against it because I can easily see Kyler covering that number against a really banged-up Lions defense. And the Sharps are coming in on this number. So I think it opened 6.5, 7. Now it's down to 5.5, even though a lot of the bets are on Cardinals. And I think they're banking on what I would talk about earlier with the 0-2, 0-2. Like 0-2 against the spread, 0-2 straight up. The Lions are due here to cover a number. But I still think Vegas is overvaluing the Lions as if they're still healthy. And we have a Cardinals team who is healthy. So I do think we're getting the best of the number here. I'd be cool with taking the Cardinals.
I think I want to, I agree with you. We're playing with fire. We keep backing the Cardinals. We love this team.
We do.
But I don't know that Vegas is giving them any credit at all at this point. Just look at some of the Kyler Murray numbers. 14-1 to be MVP. He is completely on the runway to being MVP. And this defense is really good.
Yeah, and he's a will breaker. They'll have third down, long 3rd and 10s, and he breaks defenses' wills by scrambling or just hitting Hopkins on a little in and out. So I love the Cardinals. I mean, I know maybe I'm overlooking things here, the lines, but I had this number at 7. So I do think we're getting good value here on the Cardinals.
And honestly, it might get lower before game time.
Yeah, if the Sharps keep hitting this number, because I think they really think they have a read here because they're thinking to themselves, well, this line was 3 just a couple of weeks ago. Now it's only up to 6, 5.5. They go, I don't know if there should have been that much of an adjustment where I don't think they're realizing how banged up the Lions defense really is.
All right. Meanwhile, we are getting down to the quick here. We don't have that many games left. We've got 3 games left. And right now our slate Giants, what are they? Plus 5.5 at home against a hobbled Niners team.
4.5.
4.5. Washington minus plus 7.5. Going on the road against an overvalued Browns team. The Panthers, without Christian McCaffrey, as a touchdown going across the country to play the Chargers. Those are our 3 games so far that we like and we're agreeing on. Oh, we also like the Pats minus 5.5 against the Raiders.
And the Bears.
Right, what's that?
The Bears, 3.5.
We also like the Bears. I had a question mark with the Bears because the Bears didn't make it into our top 4 in the same way those other did. And we love the Cards at minus 5.5. So those are 5 games that we love. So let's see if either the Bears, we can convince ourselves of the Bears coming out of this, or Bucks at minus, 6 on the road against the Broncos, getting all the money. The Packers, 13.5. Whoa, no. No. The Saints minus 3 against the Packers at home.
Wow.
That's on Sunday night. Or the Ravens minus 3 against the Chiefs on Monday night. Let's do ourselves a favor and just not bet that one. Let's just skip that.
Yeah, and that's crazy, that Green Bay movement, because that was 4.5 I got on Sunday. So I got Green Bay 4.5 against the Saints. And I think we're starting to hit a point here where, not that we're overvaluing Aaron Rodgers, but he might have gone against 2 defenses that are just hurt, banged up, and young for the first 2 weeks where he's looked incredible. And he might not have Devontae Adams this upcoming week. So Drew Brees might be cooked, and it might be time for Winston to step in, and they need to go with a different look, because they can't win games if Drew Brees isn't throwing it over 10 to 15 yards. He needs to go downfield. He can't just chip away at these different teams. So I'll stay away from that one. You've lost the value on Green Bay at this point. And with the Broncos and Driscoll as their starting quarterback, it's making me nervous. But I told you early in the year, whatever the spread number is with the Broncos in September at home, I take it. So it's already 1-0 this year. Who knows how they covered against the Titans, but they did. They covered 2.5. So people can come in. They can really lay in and bet on Tampa. I'm going to try to just play it smart, play it simple, and just go with the Broncos plus 6.
I'm watching our live odds page right now at actionnetwork.com. You can download the Action Network app. The Packers just got hit. That number just moved. So you're right. People are coming in on Aaron Rodgers fast and furious. So then, Simon, again, reminder to everybody, use the phrase that pays. Simon says, let's bounce back, rate and review the podcast. And we will randomly choose the best one for a free Action Network hoodie. We will announce last week's winner at the end of the podcast. Before we get to that, I feel like I got 5 games I'm looking at right now, most of which make me sick to my stomach.
And we're getting ugly this week, but I think ugly is going to win. The public had their week last week. All these money lines hit. These guys that do these $10 parlays where they just take every favorite's money line, they're cashing their tickets for whatever it is, $10,000 this week, because every favorite just won straight up. I think it's a good week to be with us and being on the Vegas side, back in the dog. So I like our positions on a lot of these games.
All right, so I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it out loud again. We got the Giants and Danny Dimes about plus 4.5 against
if Nick Mullins plays.
Visiting hobbled Niners. We got the Washington football team we got the Pats minus 5.5 so far against the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. The Washington football team plus 7, maybe 7.5 if it gets there against
That's
the Browns.
That's what we're hoping for, yeah.
The Panthers plus 7. Good God, are you kidding me? The Christian McCaffrey-less Panthers plus 7. And then the Cards minus 5.5. How much you want to bet we go 3-2 and the games we lose are the Pats and the Cards?
And the biggest, we might end up switching out the Panthers. We'll see, because I do love our pick with the Bears. We're gonna keep waiting, see if we can get better value on that number. But I do love the Bears in this spot.
Well, listen, everybody needs to download the free Action Network app, then go follow Simon Hunter, because what happens is Simon and I usually text on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Sunday mornings, we will settle on our final five, and I will put those picks into the app so everyone can follow. You can follow Simon Hunter. A reminder, download the Action Network app to get the picks in real time as we make them on Sunday mornings. But until we get to that, a reminder, our picks: Giants plus 4.5 against the Niners, Pats minus 5.5 with the Raiders visiting, Washington 7.5 on the road against the Brownies, Panthers plus 7 maybe going against the Chargers, Cards minus 5.5. I've already forgotten who they're playing. They're playing the Lions.
The Lions.
Until next time, this has been the favorites from the Action Network. Download Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Love you.